Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Thinking Pack. So today we are continuing on what we did last week, or last episode even, actually it was last week, so anyways, but we are currently in the process, for those of you guys who maybe didn't see last episode, we are currently in the process of making sorry, just staring at the wall over there, making a system to melt cobblestone into lava. Basically, we stick cobblestone in these crucibles, and you can't see it because there's lava on top of it, but we basically stick cobblestone in there, and then it melts it into lava, and then we take the lava into this tank over here, and from this tank then it goes into our system, which then turns into lava buckets. Basically takes liquid lava into lava buckets. That part of the system we have. The part that we don't have is this part over here, which is actually taking the cobblestone out of here and turning it into lava of some kind, which we have that here. So basically what we're missing is we are missing the part that takes the cobblestone and sticks it into these crucibles, because the crucibles melt cobblestone into lava, but we need something to take them into the crucibles, and we need something to take the crucibles, take the lava out of the crucibles into that tank over there. So that's what we are going to be continuing on this episode. We are using turtles from the ComputerCraft mod, if you're familiar with that mod at all. And we have a very, very simple program to be using, to use, that we're going to try this time and see what happens. Hopefully we'll get to the program this time, but in any case, we will keep working on this project and hopefully get it finished this time, but we shall see how it goes. So in any case, here's the intro, and then after that we shall head on to our project. Alright, so first step is we need a way to actually get the stuff from the chest out into the turtles, and we have this pipe here, but we need a redstone engine to get things from that chest into the pipe. So we need to go get one of those. That costs various materials. I know it costs some cobble, and it costs some wood planks as well, and redstone engine, I think it costs a piston, which we have. Engine. Oh, that's not it. This one, redstone engine, piston, glass, 3 planks, and 2 wooden gears. So we currently have some planks. We need 1 piston, and we need 1. Oh, we already have glass. That's good to know. That's good to know, and we're good to go. And we need some gears, which means that we need some sticks, and we need a couple more sticks, because we need 2 sets. We need 2 sets of sticks to make 2 gears, and then from there we can make the... No, we can't. Wait a second. What seems to be the matter? What seems to be the matter? And sorry if you heard that, I'm just bumping the headphones. Glass, pistons... Oh, we only have 2 planks. There we go. Now we can make a redstone engine. Now we should have a lever around here someplace, or not. Let's just go ahead and make another lever, because that's easy, and then we shall head on to actually working on the automation and the program and all that kind of stuff, and so here we go. So first thing on the list, of course, is this redstone engine, And then after the redstone engine, then the next task is to do whatever the next task is. And we shall find out as soon as we're done with the engine. So, the engine is over here. Let's plug that in. Oh yes, the next task, let's go ahead and we don't actually need a lever. So the lever would, basically, okay, here's the situation. Let's try to start from here. And here being up here, because we can see better from up here. No, we can't. Let's try from over here. From over here. And actually, this is still too far away. Let's jump on top of these guys. Here we go. Okay. So, we got the chest here. There will be cobblestone in the chest because we have, if you didn't see last episode, we have a cobblestone generator, or we will. It's partially made with an older design, but we have a cobblestone generator, and we'll have a turtle or something coming up to the chest, and the chest will fill up with cobblestone. That is the plan. Now, what happens from there is the cobblestone needs to get into these turtles over here. And the simplest way to do that is with a pipe. So we're setting up a pipe. Now, we need the pipe. Basically, it will start pumping cobblestone out of the chest, but the chest will be infinitely refilled with cobblestone. So it'll just keep pumping them out, and then if the system gets backed up at all, which it will, then we're going to get a situation where there's going to be tons of cobblestone in the pipe, and it's going to really lag the game and stuff like that. We don't want that. So what we're going to do instead is have it set so that the redstone engine will be turned off. So it'll turn on and off depending on whether the machines over here are full enough or not. Now, one thing we should do is complete this part of the setup. So if you didn't see last episode, this is only the basic size. So we're going to be setting up, to start with, we're going to be setting up 4 crucibles and sticking these turtles on top of them. But eventually, we're going to go into our base over there. That is the section 2 of our base, and we're going to be clearing that water out and extending over that way and getting many, many, many more crucibles. But for now, we've got this set up here. And so we need 2 more crucibles to fill in those spots, and we need 2 more pieces of netherrack as well, or do we? We might already have a netherrack under here. Yes, we do. Okay, so we need 1 more piece of netherrack to cover this end, and that should be good to go. So, let's go ahead and what were we doing? We were getting crucibles. So let's go ahead and grab some crucibles upstairs, all the way upstairs, and then once we are all the way upstairs, then we shall be able to do some good stuff with that. So, crucibles. How do you make a crucible again? Crucible is unfired crucible is porcelain clay, which is clay and bone meal. Now, do we have either of those things? Clay, we should have. Yes, we have some clay. And, oh, we have some porcelain clay, just a little bit. And we need bone meal. Bone meal is not something we have a lot of. And by not a lot of, it's more like we have none. So that's the thing. So let's go ahead and do something about that. And up here, all the way up here, all the way up here, all the way up here, and then through the roof into our little base over here. There we go. With the roof closing piston system that is not yet complete. So in any case, we should have some bone meal, or we shouldn't have some bone meal. We can make bone meal out of these chemical machines. Titanium dioxide. And titanium dioxide, do we have any left over? No, we don't. So let's go ahead and check in here. Titanium. Titanium, we have no titanium. That is quite a long name of material. So titanium is right here. That's titanium, and oxygen is right here. So let's go ahead and stick the oxygen in there, the titanium in there. We need to enter the recipe. Is that already in the, is there a way to use this chemist's journal? That is the question. Oh, maybe you have to pick it up like this. And let's try this. Open it, and then it shows nothing. Okay, that doesn't seem to help anything. So let's go ahead and put that back in. Now, how do we make bone meal again? We need titanium dioxide, which is 1 titanium, 2 oxygen. So, Let's go ahead and chemically synthesize 1 titanium and 2 oxygen, and keep repeating over and over again so that we get loads of titanium dioxide, and make sure we have the power to do so. We do not. We're running low on power, but hopefully it'll hold out for a fair bit of time. Okay, that is enough titanium dioxide to start with. Now let's take that out, that recipe out, so it stops using power while we're not wanting it to use power. And now all we need to do is stick 1 titanium dioxide in there, and then it will turn them into bone meal. And we're getting loads of bone meal, which is great because we need a whole lot of it. So we should need 16, I think. 16, possibly? Let's see. Let's take 1 out, and let's make 16, and see what happens. No, we don't need 16, we need less than that. But anyways, we have now 16. So let's go ahead and create two crucibles. That is excellent, and we need to smelt them in a furnace as well, because they need to be turned from unfired crucibles into fired crucibles, or hired crucibles. Fired or hired, depending on the situation. And let's just sleep through the night and get rid of this rain a little bit. And then after that, now we can go ahead and smelt the crucibles. And where is the... we don't have any coal in any of those places, so let's just go ahead and stick them in there. Nope, actually, let's stick them in this furnace because it is an automatic furnace, which is excellent. We were making bricks for no apparent reason, just because we could use some bricks. So let's go ahead and do that, and stick in the unfired crucibles, stick in some more clay to make more bricks, and then stick in 1 piece of coal coke, and excellent. Okay, we are now on our way to having crucibles. And once we have the crucibles, we do also need pipes that have that are sealed, because we need sealed pipes to transport the liquid lava out of the crucibles into the tank. So, pipe. What kinds of pipes do we have? We have all kinds of stuff. Kinesis pipe transfers energy. Transport pipe transfers materials. And then fluid pipe is what we're looking for. And the way to make fluid pipe is pipe sealant, and pipe sealant is cactus green, and cactus green, we can make it through dandelion yellow and lapis lazuli, or we can make it through cactus, but have we actually found a desert yet? I don't recall finding a desert, unless I'm just forgetting something. Do you guys happen to know, actually? If we can check the map after, but I don't think we found a desert yet. So that would be a thing to find out. So anyways, we have here no netherrack. We forgot the netherrack upstairs, but that's okay for now. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and light the netherrack so that the fire adds a heat source, which goes ahead and melts things in the crucible. So let's go ahead and stick this into the crucible over there, just so that it can keep running while we are doing other things. And we should be good to go. Now we also need to break that, and we need to place the crucible down there, and we need netherrack down there, which we don't have yet. So let's go ahead and leave that off for now. And now we should be good to go. So we've got our turtles connected, and we need to send this turtle. This turtle needs to output a redstone signal to the engine. So let's go ahead and set that up. So we essentially need to put cobblestone there, and let's make this a little easier to climb up. And we essentially need to go up like that, and there we are. So this should work, maybe, depending. Let's see. It depends, actually, if we need it to invert the signal or not, but we'll find out as we go. We do not have any redstone, so let's go ahead and grab some redstone and head on from there. Grab some redstone and check the map as well. We need to check the map to see if we have any deserts in the area that might have cactus, because we need cactus very badly. That would be... Okay, don't fall down at all. Don't fall down. And... Oh dear! Don't fall down. Okay, that's not good. Let's go back up the stairs and head back up. That is a dangerous place to put a hole in the floor. We do not have any desert. We just have regular, like, plains or forest or whatever it is. So that's going to be a problem. Getting the cactus is going to be another problem. But for now, let's go ahead and grab the... What were we grabbing? We were... Pig! Hello? Pig? Yes, you? What were we coming upstairs to get? You don't know? No? You don't know? Okay. Well, I guess let's get a... I don't even know what we were getting. That's not good. Let's go back down and find out. Let's go back down and find out. We were going to get something that was not cactus. We were not going to get cactus. We were going to get something else. And that something else will be obvious as soon as we start trying to do things down here. That would be redstone. Yes, we need redstone. That is what we were going upstairs to get. So let's go up this way and go and get the redstone. And then after we have gotten the redstone, then we shall be able to continue along the pathway to getting some helpful things. So redstone should be upstairs, actually. Should be upstairs in this area, in one of these chests up here. One of these chests, oh, like that. That would work very well. That would work very well. And now let's head back downstairs. And actually, going downstairs, last episode I asked you guys if you had any suggestions how to get upstairs fast. And you guys had some suggestions, and that's great. Also, getting downstairs is even faster because you just need to basically put a puddle of water at the bottom and jump. That's basically all that you need to do. So we should... Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. How could we... Could we do that right here? Let's do that right here, actually. Let's place a puddle of water. Whoop, not falling down. That's not helpful. Let's place a puddle of water. Let's fill this in. There we go. And now it's going to get a little bit darker down here, but that should be okay. That's only one layer if we need to put torches down. But in any case, we could grab a bucket of water and then make a little bit of a water place that we can jump into. We have to be very accurate when we jump down. And where's the water? There's the water. So there's our water. And we have to make sure when we come down that we land exactly in that single square, which is easier said than done, but it can be done. So let's see if we can do that. But in any case, what we've got here is the need of redstone. So let's go ahead and, or rather the need for redstone. And there's the redstone. So now this is not going to connect to the engines, so that is not good. That's actually, some of you guys might have seen that coming already. What can we do about that situation? What can we do about that situation? That is the question. And the answer to that is, I don't know. That's a good... Oh! We could send it around this way. And here's the idea. It's because why it is not pointing to the engine, basically you need the trail to go out behind the engine for it to go straight and point to the engine. So we need to disconnect this side, and then we need to connect the other side. So the easiest way to do that, I think, would be to break this block like that, and go like that, and then we could build up, and we don't need this one either, and we could build around like this, and this might work. Possibly, and why does... Oh, that's going to connect to the iron pipe. That's not good. Because the iron pipe, I think it'll switch directions if it has a redstone signal applied to it, which we don't want. So let's go ahead and bring this down one more layer. And now we should be good to go because it will not connect to the iron pipe. And it should connect just fine. And so we should see... Let's do this out of test. Let us go ahead and put the lever down here. And flick the lever, and the engine should start. Yes, it did. Okay, that's excellent. So, it is now successfully connected. So, what the plan is we need to go and make the program and get this part of the project done. So, it's going to be the same program. So, some of you guys might have been wondering why I didn't put the turtles facing each other. And it's because we're using the same program in every turtle. It's just basically a copy. So let's just set it up in here so that it makes sense for the first time. So over here. So directory just to make sure it's empty. Yes, it is. So let's create a new program. So edit, let's call it lava, and let's call it, what is this one? Because we want to give them separate names. Let's call this one Lava Crucible. Crucible. There we go. That's probably the wrong spelling. I don't know, but let's try it. So, Lava Crucible. And now let's save the file, which for those of you guys who don't know, that is Control and Enter. Control, and then you can go left and right on these things and hit Enter. And anyways, so what we need it to do, first thing we want it to do is to make sure that if we accidentally break the turtle, that we don't lose the program. So for those of you guys who don't know, if you label a turtle or a computer or whatever, it will keep its programs after you break it. But if you don't label it, then it will not keep them. So let's go ahead and nope, let's try typing with the correct letters. os.set computer label to, let's call it the same thing as the program. So lava crucible. There we go. And now that's that. So that's the first line of the code. Now we need to get to the actual program. And the actual program is very, very simple. We need it to keep repeating infinitely. So while true do. And so what that does, and let's add an end at the end. So basically what that does is, as long as true is true, then it will do whatever's inside here. So that's the thing. And true is always true. So let's go ahead and keep going, because that will keep going infinitely, which is excellent. So we need it to do certain things. So what we need it to do, the first thing we need it to do is to basically, from this pipe, the turtles will get cobblestone. And so what we need it to do is drop the cobblestone down into the crucible if there's space. And so the best way to do that is just with the drop down command. And then we need it to check as well, because we need it to trigger the redstone on the front. And basically the thing is that once this triggers so the idea is that the pipe will fill up faster than the turtle can push into the crucible. So the pipe will fill the turtle very fast, and then the turtle will get full, and then it'll be like, oh, I need to output the redstone. So then it goes and outputs the redstone, except that the turtle's full, and there's already items in the pipe, and so then there's items just floating around in the pipe like crazy. So what we need to do instead is we are going to use only the first slot, just to keep things simple. And the rest can fill up if we like, but we're not really interested in them. So what we want to do is the items will come into this first slot, and from the first slot, then they will go out of the first slot and get pushed down into the crucible. And so then basically what we want is we want to give it a bit of buffer. So by the time it realizes that it's done, so for example, if we say instead of filling up the slot and then outputting the signal, and then there's a bunch of items floating around in the pipe, what we can do is say if the slot's, let's say, half full, like if it has 30 items in the slot, then count that as full, and so then it will disable the engine, and so then whatever's left in the pipe will keep filtering into the turtles, because they still have some free space, and get all settled, and then we're good to go. So let's go ahead and do that. So we need to check for how many items are in the slot. So if turtle.get item count is greater than, let's say 30, that sounds good, is greater than 30, then. And we need to end this if statement as well, and now in the middle we can do our stuff. So if it checks, so every time it cycles through this, it checks if there's more than 30 items, and if it finds more than 30 items, then we want it to turn the engine off. So that is the idea. So what we want it to do is redstone.set output, and that changes the redstone output on the front of the turtle, which is what we're looking for. because we've got, actually it doesn't yet, but it will. So we want it to do the front because the front will go right to the engine. So redstone.setOutput, and let us put in front. Let's type it correctly. Front over here, and let's call it false. So if it finds that there are too many items in the turtle, then it will disable the redstone signal that's at the front. Otherwise, let's say else. If it's basically, if there's fewer items than 30 in the turtle, then it can take more items. And so then let's call this redstone STONE, redstone dot set output, and let's do front, and let's do true. There we go. So that is the idea. And the other thing is that this is an infinite loop, and it will just keep doing this like crazy all over the place. So let's go ahead and tell it to sleep for a while. So let's say os dot, whoops, let's do dot sleep, os dot sleep, and let's say 20 seconds. So there we go. So hopefully that makes some sense, and if you have any questions as to how this program works, then just let me know in the comments. But let's see if it works. So let's go ahead and restart the turtle. And what do we call it? We called it Lava Crucible. Lava Crucible, there we go. So it's just set the label, and it's turned the engine on, and so we should see that the engine is pumping items that do not exist in the chest, and it's pumping them out into the turtles, which is excellent. So let's go ahead, and from here, let's go ahead and install this on the other turtles as well. And the only other thing we need to do is, let's terminate this. We need to tell it to run on startup. So let's go ahead and do that. So the best way to do this is to go ahead and edit the startup program, edit startup. And so what this does is anything in the startup program will run when you start the turtle up, like when you reload the world or whatever. And so we can type in shell, I think that's the command, shell.run. And this better be the command, shell.run. And let's tell it the name of our other program, Lava Crucible. There we go. And so what this would do, if this is the proper command, is it will, when we restart the turtle, it will run the program. Yes, it will. It's running the program because it just lit up the redstone, which is excellent. And so that's that. So that is all we need, those two programs. And so let's terminate this. And we need to actually copy the programs onto the other turtles. So the best way to do that is if we get a disk drive from upstairs. So let's go ahead and do that. And here's a question for you guys as well. The rooms look very very gray. They seem to look very gray around here, and there seems to be a good reason for that, seeing as it's mostly gravel and stone and all that kind of stuff. And what were we doing? Oh dear, what were we doing? Oh yes, we were needing a disk drive. There we go. So if you guys have any suggestions, what colors to make the rooms, how to make them a little bit more fancy and stuff like that, that would be excellent. So as soon as we have the materials and the power system is running and all that kind of stuff, we can hopefully start working on making the rooms look nicer. I mean, having gold on the wall is definitely a nice thing to have. But aside from that, that's there's not much else to see. It's just kind of gray. So yeah, so if you have any ideas, that would be awesome. And I've started putting together some ideas already, but all that kind of stuff, if you have any ideas and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and stick the disk drive back here. Stick the floppy disk in it. Let's see what's on the floppy disk just to make sure. Disk slash hi. That's the program from our other turtle. So that's fine. So we need to copy. Which ones are we copying? We're copying Lava Crucible. And let's put that on the disk. Disk slash, let's make it a short name. Let's call it bye, actually. There we go, that's a short name. And we need to also copy the startup program because it saves a little bit of time to not have to type it all over again. So copy startup to disk slash by 2. There we go. So now we're good to go. Let's restart the turtle. And no, because that will run off of, let's terminate that. So turtles, if there's a disk drive connected, the turtles will automatically start from the disk drive, which we don't want. So let's go ahead and restart it again without the disk in the drive. There we go. And now let's go ahead and pick up the drive and copy this onto the other turtle. Now, thankfully, we only have 3 more turtles to go, and so that's good. We don't have like 20 or 30 to go, which is very, very nice. So now over here, now we can copy disk slash by to, which one was that called? That was called Lava Crucible. And we need to copy disk slash by 2 to start up. There we go. And now we should see, if we disconnect the disk, that we can restart the turtle and it will run successfully. Excellent. That is good. So any cobblestone that we get in the turtle should find its way down into the crucible, which is excellent. Now, we've got 2 more to go. We've got 1 more over here, which should not take long at all. Copy. It would take less time if I typed it correctly. Copy disk slash by to lava crucible. That was a long name. That was probably not the best choice of name. Copy disk slash by 2 to start up. Let's remove that R. There we go. And that is good to go. Now we can take this out, and 1 more turtle to do. Let's restart that one. And that is Control R for those of you guys who are wondering. Just hold Control R and you restart the turtle. And we've got 1 more turtle to do over here. Stick this in, stick the program in, and copy disk slash by to lava crucible 1 more time. Lava crucible, and copy disk slash by 2 to start up. There we go. That is good to go. And now we can take the disk out, and now we can break the disk drive, and we can restart the turtle. There we go. So here's the situation. We now have this chest, which will take any cobblestone that is in it, or rather anything that is in it, and it will pump it out, and it will wind up in these turtles over here. And you can see them working because all of these crucibles are lower down. They can be filled up some more. So as soon as they reach the top, we'll see that the turtles have been working, and they have been placing the items down. If it did it like it was supposed to, let's see. It doesn't appear to be doing it. Why is it not? What's wrong? What's wrong? There should be items going down into the crucibles. Let's double check this. What is wrong? Something is not happening right. And that something is lava crucible. Lava crucible is not happening right. Oh, let's terminate that. Let's try edit lava crucible. There we go. Ah, you know why it's not working right? It's because we okay, it's because we completely forgot the line that says to actually drop the item down. So turtle dot drop down. There we go. And so now we should see that if we save and exit and restart, we should see this thing get more full and more full. And we have it repeating every 20 seconds, which means that it will just slowly fill up and like that. And so I'm going to go ahead and fill in that extra line in the rest of the turtles off camera. But in any case, that has been the this part of the project has successfully succeeded in succeeding. And so for now, let's just see if this thing actually keeps going and keeps filling it up, which would be excellent. Come on, come on, hurry up. But in any case, we now have the chest that automatically takes the items yep, it just filled up a bit more. It automatically takes the items out of the chest and puts them into the turtles. And so all we have to do now is to fill up that chest. And then from there, we can have it automatically filling the crucibles. And then after that, we can take the stuff from the crucibles and pump it out into that tank that's way down there. And yep, this is definitely filling up fast. And so we seem to be good to go. And hopefully this redstone part works. We shall see if it works or not when we actually get there. But for now, I think let's call this a day. That has been a very successful episode and stuff like that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and all that kind of stuff. And if you have any suggestions or any ideas or whatever, and it looks like that crucible is actually full now, which is great. But if you have any suggestions or ideas or things like that, then let me know and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and see you later. Bye-bye!